Now, I hope you're sitting down for this because this news is hard for me to tell you. It brings tears to my eye and a little bit of a frog in my throat to try and choke up the words. But Sony Interactive has made the tough decision to shut down Neon Koi and Firewalk Studios. And that hurts because Firewalk Studios were the brave minds, the trailblazers, the renegades that came up with the hero shooter that defined all of gaming. One of the best games since Pong. It was, Game of the Year worthy, award winning, critically acclaimed. Audience loved it. 9 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. Reddit even loved it. And that game was Concord. And that's right, Concord has officially been cancelled with no chance of a revival because of this. On a more serious note, I do think the writing was on the wall for Firewalk and Concord, as well as Sony's decision of what to do with them after the disastrous launch of Concord. Concord would only be up for 2 weeks before being taken off the stores and everybody would have their money refunded, meaning that at the end of the day, this game made $0 in profit. And on top of that, it costed around $400 million to make with 8 years of development. And I wonder where all that went, because this game feels very bare bones, uninspired, and bland. It's like Overwatch if you sapped all the fun out of it. On top of all this, I think they were adding themselves to the wrong genre, which was the hero shooter. Hero shooters have been done to death at this point, in my opinion, and with games like TF2 and Overwatch, it's really hard to make your hero shooter pop off. Doesn't mean that it can't happen. Like, look at Marvel Rivals. It's a hero shooter that's coming out, but at least it has a popular IP and a lot of diversity and mechanics among the characters that make it interesting and unique. And from the gameplay I've seen, it truly does look like it'd be a lot more fun than Concord ever could wish to be. And just like my Velma video, there's a lot of people debating on Twitter whether we should be laughing at the failure of this game or not. Mainly because now that Firewalk, as well as another gaming studio, Neon Koi, have been shut down by Sony, there are nearly 210 people out of jobs. Now, Sony has made a statement that some of these people will liquidize into other studios that Sony has acquired, but most of them will most likely end up on unemployment. And I can only speak on a personal note, but the reason I find Concord so funny is because it was such a shit show. That from beginning to end, this game was a true train wreck, and the more you learn about it, the funnier it gets with its downfall. This game's entire life cycle is like you're in the 5th grade and the whitest kid you know with the highest pitched voice is about to get in front of the entire school auditorium and sing Gold Digger. It's gonna be a train wreck and all you can do is sit back and wait for the derailment. And on my final note, I can't really feel pity for the developers of Firewalk, mainly because you have to live with the consequences of your own actions. I'm not going to sit here and coddle you and say you tried your best, Timmy, you'll get 'em next time. There have to be repercussions for your actions. You wasted 8 years and $400 million only to make $0 in profit and have your game die in 2 weeks. And as that famous saying goes, you made your bed and now you have to lie in it.